Hello and welcome to the Men's Sexual Integrity Project and our video on how to build accountability with those in your group. So accountability, what is it to start with? What are we even talking about? Well, accountability is having someone who knows you and wants to help you achieve sexual integrity. And it's really important that they actually want to help you and want to do that with you. That's kind of something that you need to know. What is their role with you? Well, there are two things. They're a supporter. So when you're struggling or you're tempted, this is a person that you can immediately call and ask for help, for support, that will get where you are, will spend time listening to you and maybe talking you through what's going on and helping you figure out what you might need to do next. But this person can also act as a corrector. Now, that would be kindly done and lovingly done, but when you're thinking or behaving in unhelpful ways, your accountability person should be able to help you by speaking into that, into your life and your behavior, pointing out what might be harmful or not helping you, and ask you how you might correct that. So these people are both supporting you and helping correct you in a loving way. But how do we get those people? We have to ask them. We have to find people that will do that for us, and that can be daunting. But firstly, before we talk more about the discomfort, you need someone that is trustworthy. So you need to ask yourself, is this person I'm thinking about that could be an accountability person someone that I trust? What do I know about their character? And do they really want to support others? Now, I would imagine most of the folks in your group would be wanting to support others. That's why they're here, that's why they're engaged, and that's why they're going through this process with you. But there are certainly going to be people outside of your group too, and that might be a pastor, it might be a friend, it might be an older person that you know, that you really respect. But really asking the question, is this person trustworthy in their character? They may struggle with things in life too. Well, I'm not asking them to be perfect, but would they walk with me, and can I trust them? Will they support me? And then what you need to do is at some point explain your process to them. And you need to know what you need first. And what you're needing from them is someone to be that supporter, and also that confronter in the right times. You're asking them to support you as you go through you're growing your sexual integrity. You're asking them, would you please walk alongside me? Would you walk alongside me to do this well? When I'm struggling, when I'm in need, would you be a person I can reach out to? And most people would be honored by that request. It's not a burden. It's really an honoring thing to be asked. But you also do need to have clear expectations about kind of what the limitations of that role that they can have for you would be. They also need to know what the expectations are as well. And so you might talk about, hey, when can I call you? Are there any limitations on that? For example, most people would say a certain time at night. I don't want you to call after that for certain reasons. So when is this person available and not available? Is there anything else that you need to set up between you? And maybe a time limit on conversations. So you're kind of structuring this relationship, making the expectations clear, knowing that they're not going to solve everything for you, but they're going to support you and encourage you to make changes for yourself. So it is a structured, whilst a very caring relationship at the same time. And coming back to that discomfort, it is normal to feel kind of awkward or strange asking someone for this kind of relationship with you, especially if they don't know about what's going on first. So I encourage you to spend some time with them, maybe go out for coffee or grab dinner or something, and have a longer conversation where you can share some of your life, some of your story. Or if it's someone in the group, you can call them, maybe meet up with them if that's possible, and do the same kind of thing. Walk through it knowing that you're going to feel some discomfort, and you can share that as well. You could share, this is hard for me to ask, but I think it's something I need. People will respect that well. Chapter 8 of the Freedom Guide has a full detailed exploration of accountability and how to set that up with someone. It kind of walks all the way through everything I've just discussed in more detail and really helps you think about how, who, when, why, and really help you with this. And one thing we need to do is commit to accountability relationships. It's all well and good to ask someone, but unless we're really using them and engaging them, it is not really worth it. So committing to accountability. One thing that you will need is consistency. And that just means a deliberate, scheduled check-in with someone. You may decide that that's not what you need in terms of a scheduled check-in, but being deliberate and consistent with reaching out when you do need to talk to that person, right? So you can do it in either way. You can either schedule it or when need arises, but either way, make it consistent. Reach out, even if it's a mild discomfort or a mild concern you have. I would encourage you to practice the art of consistency and reaching out to this person. Make it a strong habit that's a helpful one. You can use reminders on your phone. I often tell folks to do that. And then just simply doing it. You're going to have all these kind of pushbacks. Oftentimes in our minds is this idea of I'm going to be interrupting, that I'm not really helping myself because I'm depending on somebody else. You might be concerned about how you're interrupting their life, etc. I really want to encourage you just to jump in and go ahead and call your accountability person, talk with them, find out, and if you're concerned, ask them. I've seen many folks kind of get hung up on this process and stop using the person that could be really helpful in their kind of sexual integrity progression and in their journey. And we can also challenge kind of the inferiority thoughts. That often comes up, this sense of shame, or the messages that come to mind about how I'm bad or I need someone to pull me through or I can't do it by myself. I really want to encourage you to note that those might come up, not worry about them too much, kind of challenge them and say, no, this is okay. This is a part of normal recovery. Life is not lived well alone. We don't do well by ourselves. Relationships are so important. Tell yourself the truth in that way and it will really help you to use your accountability well. And I really can't say this enough. Please talk to your accountability person rather than text them or use any form of messaging. It makes such a difference. Relationships are built on active communication and face-to-face if we can do that too. It really does make a huge, huge difference. I want to thank you for watching this video about accountability. Peer leaders, those of you that have signed up, don't forget to come back for the peer leader orientation video because that will be very helpful for you and help you to get your group set up. For the others of you, I really hope that you have a good experience in your groups. So thank you for watching.